Hi, my name is Melissa, and I am a Korean adoptee who recently discovered, that is about 2 weeks ago, on January 7th of 2009, that both my birth father and my birth mother are alive and living in Korea, and they are hoping and waiting to meet me. As you can imagine, this is very phenomenal news. It's very astounding and astonishing, and something that I always dreamed would come, but always wondered whether it would truly ever happen. Just to give a little bit of the backstory, I was adopted back in 1975 in Seoul, South Korea, by an American family, mom and dad and 3 crazy brothers. And we've moved around a lot. My dad was military, but I am definitely American. I didn't think much about being adopted, not until later on in life, really early adulthood. You know, there were some issues and things that went on during my adolescence, but I didn't really connect the dots, didn't really connect it to being adopted. And it was later on, about in my early 20s, that I started thinking and wondering more about where my birth parents were, what had happened, who I was. And if you can imagine, you know, some of you who are watching this may be adoptees and you know what it's like. But for those of you who aren't adoptees, for some of us, not everyone, but for some adoptees, it's difficult going through life not knowing. There's really no way to find resolution, because there's no way to answer the questions. You can't. It's so hard to move on at times, because there's always there are always questions there, wondering whether or not your birth parents are still alive, whether they even think about you or know about you, and then just regular questions, medical history, wondering why you look a certain way or why certain things are the way they are about your personality, and the list goes on. But basically, in September of 2002, with the help of a friend, I decided to initiate a search for my birth mother. All we had was a name, and they weren't even sure if that was the right name for her, and an approximate age. So I contacted Dylan International, which is my adoption agency, and they began the process for me. And over the years, there was failed attempt after failed attempt to try to locate my birth mother. And as you can imagine, it was an emotional roller coaster. There were certain times when I thought that contact would happen, that it was very close, and then there were times that it just slipped through my fingers and seemed as though it would never happen. So you can imagine, on that Wednesday, January 7th, as I'm driving down the road and my phone rings and I pull over because I know that the only reason Duck was calling me was probably to tell me something about my birth parents. And I didn't know what she was going to say, but when she told me that both my birth mother and my birth father had been found and met with, and that they both wanted to meet me, I could not contain my emotion. I lost it. I started crying right there, and couldn't believe my ears, and still at times it feels like a dream. But basically, I've started a group called 10 times 900, because in order to be able to travel to Korea to reunite with my birth family, I need to raise $9,000, and that is a lot of money for anyone. But with many, a large task can sometimes become magically small, and so that's what the group is about. I'm hoping to find 900 kind-hearted souls willing to spare $10 to help my husband and I travel to Korea to reunite with my birth parents. Now, if you're wondering where that $9,000 is going to go, I have a detailed expense summary located on my blog, along with the details of my story, kind of how the search started, the process, and how we got to this point of finding them and hoping to reunite with them. So please, if you like, take the time to visit that blog. The address is yoonsblur.blogspot.com, and Yoonsblur is spelled YOONSBLUR, and then of course .blogspot.com. And then of course I have a group homepage located on Facebook, 10 times 900, Help Reunite and a Korean Adoptee with Her Birth Parents. And you can find that just by, typing in the little search box 10, a big X 900, and that'll take you to that homepage where there's also some information, a link to my blog, my email address, and also some other video posts. So please, if you're interested at all, please check out the blog or check out 10 times 900. And please share this story with any of your friends or loved ones or anyone that you think would be interested in this story or even encouraged or inspired by it. Now, if you happen to be interested in donating, there are 3 ways that you can donate. The first way you can donate is directly to Dylan International, the adoption agency that handled my adoption back in 1975 and who has helped me to reunite or to find my birth parents and hopefully reunite with my birth family. You can donate to Dylan basically by check, and for the information instructions on how to do that, you can again visit the 10 times 900 homepage through Facebook, or you can go to my blog and all the information is there on how to donate to Dylan International. So that's the first way you can donate, is through Dylan International. The second way you can donate is through my blog. There's a little PayPal donate button on my blog site, and you just click on that and follow the instructions, and that's a way that you can donate very safely and securely. And the third way you can donate is you can donate directly to me if you would like, but understandably, some of you may not feel comfortable with that. So the first 2 options may be the best for you, but please choose the option that you feel most comfortable with. So again, there are 3 ways you can donate. The first way is through Dylan International. The second way is through my blog. And the third way is to me directly. Again, to learn how to donate to Dylan, you can visit the 10 times 900 homepage on Facebook, or you can go to my blog, which again is yunsblur.blogspot.com. Now, if you do happen to be interested to donate directly to me, you can just contact me through my blog or by email or through Facebook, and I can give you the information on how to do that. So far I'm very encouraged by everyone who's donated. We've donated a little bit about $760, so that leaves us about $8,400 to go. But I'm very, very encouraged because that money was donated by only 31 people. So I'm very, very grateful to you all for having donated. If you are interested in donating, just understand that every little bit will help, whether you have $1, $10, whether you want to donate more than that. Every little bit will help. Every little bit will help us to get to the goal so that we can reunite with my birth mother and birth father. If you're not able to donate, I just appreciate you taking the time to check this out, to listen to my story, and to share this with your friends and with your loved ones. The more people who hear about this, the more who can be encouraged and inspired by it, and also the more opportunity there will be for people to donate. So again, I just want to thank everyone so much for your support, for taking the time to listen to me blabber on here, and hopefully I'll be able to post more updates as things go along. But thank you so much for your time, and hopefully we'll be talking soon.